Okay,
So this is you,
that's me.
and
it's,
I guess just if these.
and it's showing here.
So hit. Are you just gonna listen like this way?
Screen.
No, we don't want to share screens. So just hit X out of that. Yep. And it says it's connecting, so just give it a minute on the audio.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And the training will be helpful tomorrow morning.
It will. Once you do it, I think it'll be okay. Just that first couple times.
And that's the taxation. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just gonna see if the sound doesn't come on, let me know.
Representative Helgerson?
Yes.
I did want to let you know, you are unmuted, and it might be helpful to mute yourself to cut out back.
You got me as to where it is.
For me, it is at the bottom of the screen, but I guess I don't know that's where it will be for everyone.
That is my makeshift gavel today, I guess. Welcome, everyone. The House Taxation Committee will now come to order. I did that for effect because it has already been made known that when you're wearing your mask, it is very difficult for the harmony, the archived audio to hear your voice. So we do ask that if you're speaking, go ahead and pull your mask down or get right up next to the mic in order to hear. The archived audio is very important to go back and review. So without any further ado, I want to welcome everyone to committee and welcome everyone here. It is my intention in this meeting, as with all meetings, to be as expedient as possible with our work, yet still providing each item the due diligence it deserves as it comes before the committee. I would like to ask you personally for your patience and understanding as we work through any issues that we have with the technology and just the new way that we're conducting business here. It can be extremely frustrating at times. I've already had my share of technical difficulties in the office, and I can't imagine what the committee might hold. But I just ask that we respect our staff and treat everyone with understanding and some patience. We have some great staff here at the Capitol, and we want to respect them and all that they do. They are trying their absolute best to serve us. Just a few housekeeping issues before we get started. As always, I want to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones, put them on mute. If you have your laptop with you, I would like to also remind you to silence your laptop. Mine has a little button up here on the top left that I can hit because it gives me a little noise every time I get an email or that. So if you do have your laptop, I'd ask that you please mute your laptop and any other electronic devices you may have. I do want to remind everyone, while we are social distancing and wearing masks, they also do have hand sanitizer. Feel free to use that. Let's keep everybody safe and make sure that we conduct our work or here as long as we need to be for the session. I think that is all we have for housekeeping issues. So at this time, I'd like to start out with member introductions. Start over here to my right with our ranking member, and then we'll go to Representative Prail and go around the tables to the south and then up to the north on my left, if you're directionally challenged like I am sometimes in the Capitol. And then we'll finish up with staff. So, Representative Gardner.
Hi, I'm Representative Jim Gardner, and I represent the 53rd District here in Topeka. I've been on tax. This will be my 5th year, and ranking minority will be my 3rd year.
I'm Rich Prail. I represent the 7th District, which is most of Labette County and a little bit of Montgomery County. I'm just starting my 16th year in the legislature and look forward to serving again in this committee.
Ryan Burkamp. I'm in the 93rd House District, which is southwest Sedgwick County. I'm a freshman legislator, so first year for everything, and this is actually my first committee I've been in. So.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Representative Stephanie Clayton. This is my 5th term in the legislature and my 2nd term on tax. This is actually my favorite committee, so I'm looking forward to beginning work. Represent parts of Johnson County.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Alcala. I represent the 57th District, Northeast Shawnee County. This is my 5th term and my 4th term in tax.
Good afternoon. My name is Carl Turner. I'm from District 28 in Johnson County, right against the state line, and this is my 1st term.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Tom Kessler. I'm from District 96 down in South Wichita. Close to that mic. 1st term also, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. I'm Brandon Woodard. I represent District 30, which is Lenexa and Olathe over in Johnson County, starting my 2nd term, my 1st term here on tax. After being a frequent substitute on the committee, I just decided I had to join you all. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
My name is Clark Sanders. I represent the 69th District, which is basically the west part of Salina. I'm a freshman.
Go ahead, Representative Wassinger.
I'm Barb Wassinger. I'm from Ellis County. It's 111th District. This is my 3rd year on tax.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Samantha Potter. I am from Miami County, which is the 6th District. And
Chairman Francis Averkamp, 61st District, which is pretty much all of Jackson County and the rural part of Potawatomi County. It's my 5th year in the legislature and 1st year on tax. Looking forward to serving with you, Mr. Chairman.
In Corbett, 54th District, south part of Shawnee, top half of Osage, and a little over by Douglas. And we're here to try to save these Kansas some taxes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Highland, I'm from the 51st District, sometimes called Area 51. I represent from the Tuttle Creek Dam all the way down to almost Emporia, 5 counties. And this is my 9th year, and I'm a retread. I was on tax several years ago, and now I'm back.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer Day. I am from South Overland Park, House District 48. I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
I'm Representative Helgerson from the 83rd District in East Wichita. And I hate to admit it, this is my 25th year.
I'm Jim Kelly. I represent the 11th District, which is in Montgomery County. I have 3 cities and some rural areas around it there. This is the starting of my 11th year in the legislature, and this is the 5th year starting on tax.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and hello, colleagues. My name is John Epley. I'm from Northeast Kansas. I represent the irregular part of the rectangle. You can think of me as the irregular legislator, I guess. From Northeast Kansas, representing Donovan and Atchison counties, most of Atchison County. And this is my 3rd time through the legislature, and this is my 5th year on tax. So anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to help Ken Corbett save some more taxes. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Les Mason from McPherson County. I represent 73rd District, which is most of McPherson County. Been in the legislature since 2014 and on the tax committee ever since that day.
Thank you. My name is Adam Smith. I represent the 120th District out of Northwest Kansas. There's 6 counties right up in the corner of the state that I represent. And I'm from Wallace County, home of Mount Sunflower. As I was visiting with Representative Bergkamp, he was one of the few people that instantly knew about Mount Sunflower when I said where I was from, so kudos to him. A little bit about myself. I did either one of these 2 things. I did not write The Wealth of Nations, or I am about to celebrate my 300th birthday in a couple years. I'll let you guys decide which one that is. I noticed we also do have some representatives joining us on WebEx. I see Jerry Stogstill. Representative Stogstill, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Jerry Stogstill. I represent the 21st District in Northeast Johnson County, which is most of Prairie Village, a little bit of Overland Park, Leawood, and Mission Hills. I apologize. I seem to have offended the video portion of WebEx here. I'll have to work on that, I guess. But this is my 3rd term and my 3rd year on tax. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative. I do not see any other representatives on the screen, but I don't know if there are some off the screen. Representative Baker, are you there? Are there any other representatives joining us virtually? Seeing none, I would like to continue with our committee assistant, allow her to introduce herself. She's a familiar face on tax, and we're extremely happy to have her back.
I'm Leah Gerard, and this is my 8th year with the legislature and my 6th year with taxation, which I really like.
We also do have some revisor and research staff available. I'll let you take turns and introduce yourself, please. Eddie, do you want to start out, please?
Yeah, sure. I'll start. My name is Eddie Pinner from KLRD. This is my 8th session with the legislature. I actually staffed House Tax back in 2014 and have been on the Senate side for the last 6 years, and am now staffing both sides on the tax committees.
I'm Eric Attell with KLRD. This is actually my 1st session with the legislature. And so this is one of the first committees that I've been in. Nice to meet you all.
Eric, did they not give you an office? It looks like you're in the rotunda, maybe?
They did give me an office. Thank you, Mr. Chair. They gave me an office, and they also gave us these nice backgrounds to have on our camera. So.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Anyone else from research? If not, Mr. Siebers, would you like to start with the revisor's office? Mr. Siebers, I believe you're muted still. We're still not hearing. Charles, Mr. Reimer, would you like to go? And we'll come back to Adam.
Sure. Thank you, Chairman. Charles Reimer with the Revisor's Office. Very happy to be working with the committee this year.
And did I see Amelia on earlier? And anyone else from the Revisor's Office that wants to introduce themselves, if they can. Okay. Committee, thank you. Is there anyone that I've missed? We do have some familiar names up there that are representatives from the Department of Revenue and various agencies that we will become very familiar with in this committee as we go about hearings and testimony. So we will allow them to introduce themselves. I see Amelia up there. Amelia, would you like to introduce yourself? Can anybody read lips really, really good? I'm sorry, Amelia. Amelia waved at us. She's there. So thank you, everyone. Just a few items, something I failed to mention earlier. For those of us that are new, when you hit the button on your mic, if the light turns blue, your mic is activated. And we do ask the IT department wants us to make sure that we're turning our mic off when we're done speaking, because the video cameras are actually cued to the microphone and where it's at. If your microphone is on, the camera will turn to you. And these microphones are really good sometimes. They will pick up side conversations, so make sure that if your light is off, your mic is off. Committee, at this time, I just want to make a little bit of an announcement here. I did a little bit of preliminary research. I'm not a research professional. We have research people for that, but I want to let you know that we have on this committee over 50 years of cumulative legislative experience on the tax committee. And I think that's very telling to the amount of knowledge and expertise that we have on here. What's everybody pointing at Representative Helgerson for? Maybe 45 years alone, huh? No. But total on this committee, we have over 110 years of legislative experience serving in the Kansas House of Representatives. Now, to those of you who may be new, maybe this is your very first committee, I don't want you to be intimidated by that, and here's why. No matter what your legislative experience is, you all come from a variety of backgrounds, a variety of occupations, areas of the state and the people that we represent, and that knowledge and that expertise is what is going to make this committee a successful committee in the future. And I thank you, each one of you, for your service on this committee and in the House of Representatives. At this time, we will move to our first item of business, which is approval of the rules. Committee Assistant Leah had distributed those rules via email yesterday. You should have all gotten a copy of those if you had a chance to review them. In an effort of good faith, I shared those rules, the proposal with the ranking member and the vice chair for their consent on that. And at this time, I wanted to open it up and see if there's any questions on the rules. They were the first, they're the standard rules that the committee has typically had in the past, with a few additions, acknowledging the virtual meetings and using WebEx for testimony and hearings. So there was just a few changes there. There are no questions. The rules will be adopted. This time, there's always a little bit of a delay here on the mic, so I apologize for that. I would like to open it up for requests for bill introductions. Representative Epley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would respectfully like to introduce what I'll kindly call the credit card surcharge bill that we passed out last year. It was old House Bill 2541 for private colleges and in the state of Kansas, and the new RS number is 21 RS 0189. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Are there any questions for Representative Epley?
For those of us who weren't here, could you give us a brief summary of what it does?
Yes, and we'll get into that in the hearing. The request for introduction is simply when we acknowledge the bill, it will get read in on the floor and be assigned a bill number. And at that time, we'll have the full hearing on it if it's assigned back to this committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. And are there any further questions on the bill introduction? Is there any objection to the introduction? Seeing none, thank you, Representative. It is approved. Are there any other bill or introductions? I would like to remind the committee, and I apologize, that's my fault. When we are introducing or requesting bill introductions, there's a proper protocol for members and also members of the audience that wish to request a bill introduction. If you are not a member of the committee, please identify yourself, your name, and the organization you represent. Please provide us with the RS number. For the members that are new, an RS number is the Reviser of Statutes identification number before it is actually read in across the floor and has a bill number. So that is the way of tracking the bill prior to its introduction. That is how we identify the bill. We also like, if a member is introducing a bill on behalf of another member or organization, please identify that organization as well. Any other further bill introductions today? Seeing none, that concludes our business for the day, and we are adjourned. Thank you.